He is easily one of the world's most respected, but even more importantly, most loved political and spiritual leaders. He was only 2 years old when he was recognized as the future Dalai Lama, the 14th Dalai Lama in fact. Only 6 years old when he began his monastic education. And today, as His Holiness turns 75, we are extremely privileged to be with him here in Dharamshala at his monastery, a home away for home, not just for His Holiness, but for the Tibetan people in exile for decades now. And as we look back and ahead at his life and times, we also have today with us in our special audience, not just his followers, but also people who just visit, who come to visit Dharamshala, which has become an internationally recognized name because of His Holiness, and of course, tourists and foreigners and followers who come from all across the globe. And like I said, it is really our privilege to be with you this morning, Your Holiness. You know, most of us, mere mortals, when we approach our birthday, sometimes we feel happy, but sometimes we feel a sense of fear that life is slipping by, we're getting old. But you seem perennially young. How do you manage to stay so young-hearted?
I think sufficient sleep. And then, as a Buddhist monk, no dinner, but very heavy breakfast and lunch, so sufficient food. I think for physical, these are important. Then another, I think, factor. Nowadays, according to latest scientific finding, the healthy mind, very important for healthy body. So, I think in my own case, comparatively, I think my mental state, quite peaceful. Whenever I heard or face some problem, firstly, I always look from wider way, or more holistic way. That also very helpful to reduce mental anxiety.
Many people describe you as a twinkly-eyed, always as a there's a twinkle in your eyes, you're always laughing. You make us laugh. You make everybody who meets you feel happier, calmer. Do you always really internally feel as positive as you appear? Or do you feel the need to appear more positive than you feel for the sake of the millions who follow you everywhere?
I always look, human being, from president or king or prime minister up to beggar, in my mind, in my eye, same. So whenever I met with people, I always look at them as just another human being. Basically, our brothers, sisters. So that also, you see, creates more, peace in mind. This is not so, that level of mind, not always, occasionally, sometimes I burst.
You get angry?
Oh, yes, yes.
You get angry?
Oh, yes. If you ask some silly question,
oh, no.
repeatedly, then I may lose my temper.
Now I'm scared.
Actually, did happen in one time in America. One New York Times columnist, you see, one lady, she asked me, of course, there are some other questions. And then she asked me what I want, you see, my sort of legacy about name in future. Then I told her, I'm Buddhist practitioner. Should not think about my own name like that.
Tuba.com